You just picked this one because it looks cool, didn't you? Of all the S chassis, this car is the newest iteration, which means it's the most updated, upgraded version of all the Silvias, and now you are picking it because SR go burr, and this engine sounds better than the S13s or the S14s. In the WDTS car pack, there's only the choice between 11 cars, and of all of them, this one is easily the best and probably most beginner friendly. And that shouldn't be a bad thing, but that doesn't mean it can't be a bad thing. The stock setup on this car really gets the job done. There's enough grip that I don't feel like I'm falling behind when I'm chasing, and it doesn't give me the feeling that the car is acting squirrely or hard to control. But not too much grip that it's hard to slide around and it's hard to break traction. You pretty much just leave it in second gear and get around most tracks with just some clutch work and turning the gas pedal to the on position. Personally, I use a setup with some shorter gearing and a bunch more grip, but that's just how I set up all of my cars. And if you'd like to try it, go to all apps and click on Setup Exchange to find my setup. This is the easiest car to drift in the entire WDTS pack, possibly in any pack. It is the most forgiving, it is physically the best weight and size in the pack, and it has the most customization that you can get out of a WDTS car. And it comes with the best SR20 motor out of all the Silvias. The SR20 DET in this car makes 333 horsepower, 308 pound-feet torque, and most of that power is up top, but it doesn't mean it has a bad mid-range either. Just know it doesn't really have much down low, so if you start bogging out, you're probably going to need to clutch kick a couple times to get the RPMs back up.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
If you come with me to hear the engine, it sounds completely okay. It doesn't blow any of the other cars out of the water sound-wise, but it does sound better than the S13 and S14, like I said earlier. The S15 in the WDTS pack is the Honda Civic of drifting. It's universal. It's everywhere. You'll never find a server with more than 6 people in it that doesn't have at least one S15 being driven. So thank God that this car looks good. This car has the BN Sports body kit, and overall, I think it looks fairly inoffensive. But I also think that the car would have looked a lot better with a tiny little duckbill or drag style rear wing. Just something to help the back look a little nicer. But personally, I don't really like the rear end of the S15, so take that with a grain of salt. My final thoughts are that this car is boring, and you should probably find something else unless you're a beginner. In which case, don't pick anything else. Just stay with this car for a couple weeks to a month. Consistency is key, and this car is most certainly the most consistent, even with the stock settings. But for someone who has been drifting for a while, this car just feels lame, to be honest. In comparison to a RB powered car JZX, it doesn't really compare. Final score, 7 out of 5. Go fuck yourself. Did you like that video? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was good? Did you find it acceptable? Did you find it entertaining? Should I find more adjectives? Should I? Should I really? Should I just fucking come? Should I? If you liked it, maybe you should not.